I've always liked silence. It's where my thoughts finally make sense, where no one expects anything from me. When I met Maya, she was the exact opposite of silence. She was warmth, laughter, and a burst of color. The first time she spoke to me, her voice filled the room like sunlight, and honestly, I wasn't used to that kind of energy. I probably should have known then that she would change me, or at least try to. At first, it was beautiful. She made me feel seen, truly alive. She would send me little texts during the day. "I miss you," or "You're probably busy, but I was just thinking of you." It felt so nice, so validating. But then, slowly, it started to feel heavy. I loved her. I really did. But I also loved having room to breathe. She just couldn't understand that needing space didn't mean I wanted to leave. I just needed some time to return to myself before I could give more of myself to her. But every time I tried to ask for that distance, I could hear the hurt in her voice, that tiny crack that just made me feel so guilty. So I started staying quiet instead. She'd call and ask, "Is everything okay?" And I'd just say, "Yeah, I'm just tired." But what I really meant was, I'm scared. I'm scared that I'm going to drown in all of this. You see, Maya was the kind of person who needed to be sure of love every single day, through words, hugs, and constant closeness. I was the kind of person who needed to be trusted in silence. So she reached out more and I retreated further. The more she chased, the faster I ran. Not away from her, but from the panic that came with being needed so intensely. It wasn't her fault, and it wasn't mine either. We were just dancing to two completely different rhythms, both trying desperately to hold on, and both feeling completely unseen in the process. I remember the night it all really started breaking apart. I had canceled a date, and she called me, her voice shaking. "Eli, do you even want this anymore?" And I did. God, I wanted it so badly. But I didn't know how to explain that wanting someone and needing space from them could exist in the very same breath. So I just said the only thing I could manage, "I do. I just don't know how to do it your way." That silence that followed hurt more than anything she could have possibly said. The last time we were together was at the beach in Cape Coast. The sky was bruised with these beautiful sunset colors, and she asked me so quietly, "Do you want me?" I looked at her. This amazing woman who had given me everything, who only wanted to feel safe in my love, and I told her the truth. "I do. But when you need me this much, it feels like I disappear." She turned away, tears welling in her eyes. "And when you disappear," she whispered, "I feel like I'm dying." We just sat there, listening to the waves crash, both of us crying for the exact same thing. A love that felt safe, but one that couldn't coexist with our deepest fears. 2 weeks later, she ended it. She said she couldn't keep begging for a closeness that made me so uncomfortable, and I didn't stop her. Because part of loving her meant not letting her shrink herself just to fit into my need for distance. After she left, I realized that the silence I had always craved had turned into something else entirely. It was loneliness. The space that used to give me so much peace now just echoed with the sound of her voice. It's been a year now. I've been learning to stay, not just in relationships, but in the moments that make me uncomfortable. I've learned that distance isn't safety if it costs you love. Then last week, I saw Maya at a cafe. She looked different, softer somehow, lighter. She smiled at me, and for the first time in a very long time, I didn't feel panic. I just felt gratitude. Because some people come into your life not to stay, but to show you the parts of yourself you've been running from. And for me, she was that person. Thanks for listening to my story. If this resonated with you, I'd love it if you'd subscribe and join our community. See you in the next one.